Welcome back to the show, everyone. Today, I've got two leaders in home care. I've got Dwight Brown with Home Helpers and Christina Allen. Christina, you're with Community Care Hospice.
Yeah, sure am.
Welcome to the show, you two.
Thank you.
Nice to see you again.
As I mentioned in the intro, not super easy topics to talk about, but I think it's important. And I know that the two of you have a vast amount of knowledge when it comes to helping our seniors as they age and as they reach that point of transition in their lives. So welcome to the show, you two.
Thank you.
Christina, let's start with you. Give us a little bit about your background, your history, why you are in this position to help others.
Why hospice? My mom, she was an incredible hospice RN, and she had this amazing passion for giving back to the elderly. And so being raised in that environment and seeing how much she was giving and how just received it was and how necessary it was. When she passed away last year, I also wanted to expand on community care from Los Angeles to be able to move over here to Orange County, to my hometown, and be able to give back. So,
really?
More of a legacy.
Yeah, so you're just kind of picking up where she left off and broadening
Working on it.
Further.
Yeah, definitely.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's
Appreciate
fantastic. So how did the two of you co-mingle? How do you work together?
So we were actually in a group meeting together, and somebody said, don't you do the same thing? And this is a common misconception. In the medical world, the terminology is very confusing and overlapping. So people always ask me, do you do home health care? And I say, no, I do home care. So I call it caregiving, just to make it really obvious. So I thought, it's great. This would be a great opportunity to talk to people about what's the difference between home care, caregiving, and hospice, and how do we partner up? So I take care of seniors sometimes that are extremely healthy, just can't drive anymore, or they just need little bits of help around the house, doing laundry, maybe they are at risk of falling in the shower, but they're gonna be with us and healthy for another 20 years. They just need a little bit of help. When they get to the point where they need a lot more help, they need a nurse, they need pain management, I'm not licensed for that and I can't do that. I reach out to someone like Christina, who is licensed and capable and has a very good and holistic approach to say, hey, I need your help with this extra care.
Sure. So Christina, what are some of the services that you offer that sets you apart from, there's many hospice care?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest thing that sets my agency apart is the holistic approach, being able to team up with some naturopathic doctors and being able to offer more. Healthcare, it needs to be better, and we need to level up. I mean, also just so much to be able to give, whether it be in nutrition or tinctures or supplements or music therapy, dog therapy, like we talked about with my dog Enzo, just being able to do more with the veterans. So that really sets us apart, I think, than all of the bigger agencies that are doing more of the streamlined and traditional, but us also being able to give more attention and more additional services.
Yeah, it sounds like you're going deeper and offering more of a variety of different non-traditional services. So speaking of the VA, Dwight, you are able to help a few of our viewers.
Yeah, it's been a very good month for my relationship with the VA. So my agency is credentialed with the VA. We have a wonderful VA office right here in Laguna Woods next to the Florence Sylvester Senior Center and Polly's Pies. Since I'm credentialed with the VA, when veterans need a caregiver, many veterans don't know this, but the VA will pay for their caregiver. So the VA reached out to me in the last month and a half and sent me 3 veterans that I paired up with my caregivers to help take care of them. And in these cases, the caregivers that I sent were also military veterans, which they loved. So I can't always promise that I have enough veterans on staff to help every veteran that needs help, but it was lucky that I was able to make some great connections. So, this is one of those many things that the VA offers that people just aren't aware of. So I get a lot of phone calls, and I'm happy to help people that are interested in learning more about VA benefits for home care, and I can walk them through the process of how the VA may potentially pay for their care. So, and I always remind people they earned this by serving in the military. And this is our way of rewarding them and paying them back for the service that they gave us.
Why do you think that they weren't informed that they were eligible for this?
You know, believe it or not, I'm not allowed to advertise it. So I'm not allowed to go around town and put up flyers. I can educate people. So the VA allows me to educate people about their benefits, but I can't go around and put up posters saying the VA might pay for your caregiving, right? So that limits it a little bit. The VA doesn't go advertise it either. So it's up to opportunities like this to talk to the community and say, veterans, by the way, this is one of those cases where Congress set aside a couple $1 billion and very few people tap into it because it's not very well known about. So the benefits are there for veterans to take advantage of, and it's up to us to educate about it.
Well, thank you for doing so. I know that your clients probably very much appreciate it.
Well, they were happy with the caregivers that I sent, and that always makes me happy.
Absolutely. Yeah, because it definitely gives you a sense that you're giving back to the community.
Absolutely.
Right? You're really enhancing somebody's lives.
Yeah, and helping the veterans that I employ also to have good jobs that they love doing.
Absolutely. So Christina, tell us a little bit about your mom. How did she get started in the hospice care?
Through City of Hope, as a matter of fact.
Oh, okay.
So she was approached by a small little mom and pop hospice agency over there in Duarte, and she loved it. But at that time, all of the big hospice agencies, I don't know if anybody remembers because it was a while ago, were buying up all the medical licenses. So the big fish were eating the small fish.
Oh.
And then I think that's really when my mom discovered that not all hospice agencies are created equal. And she really saw how there needed to be a dramatic change in the healthcare industry with the quality of care for end of life. I mean, this is a really stressful, very serious matter, and to be able to give more comfort and care and support that hospice is supposed to do, really take that seriously and level it up. And that's what my mom decided to do with community care hospice. Build a team of locals giving back to the local community. And that's really where the heart is.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So what stage does your company, hospice in general, typically become involved?
Sure. When does Dwight tag me in for extra?
Yeah.
It's really when they need more medical support. When there is an obvious decline in health. So for cancer patients, when the medication is no longer working and they just want to enjoy the rest of their time with the family, being at home, not being with IVs. So just having that. But there does take 2 doctors, and so we obviously go, we talk to the patient and the family and see, are they ready? Do they have questions? It takes a whole team of hospice, which is great too. So they have a spiritual side, a socioeconomic side with the medical social worker on top of our medical team as well.
And one of the differences, in caregiving and hospice, we're not prescribed by doctors. I get contacts from family members when they realize, or either someone says I need help, or a family member says we need some help. But it's not doctor prescribed, although it may be doctor recommended. Hospice is doctor prescribed and then paid for by Medicare generally, right? But you're in charge of your medical. You're in charge of your wellness. You can tell the doctor, I think we're ready for hospice. And then the doctor can agree and say, so you don't have to wait for a doctor to speak up about it. You can go to them and say, I think it's time. Right?
And is that something that you two can do together?
Well, there are cases where I will be taking care of somebody and say, I think it's time for hospice. You need more help, right? It's you need pain management help,
Right.
And then I can recommend to the family, you should call your doctor. You should talk about hospice, and then I can recommend, hey, I know someone who does this kind of holistic, natural approach to it.
Dwight, Christina, I know it's a hard topic, but thank you for being on the show and sharing your knowledge with our viewers.
It's always wonderful to see you.
We'll see you again.
Thank you.
Coming up next, we have Deluxe Nightclub. Stay with us.